Okay, so it's been a while now. It's 3 o'clock. Okay, we started at like maybe 11 or something. Okay. Oh, I had to make space. We ran out of space. Okay, so and I deleted a 3 hours, but I don't know if it showed up on the thing. I should have looked at it first, but just hoping that we have space. So anyway, so we said we're gonna do this in 30-minute increments, so they're just more manageable to download and stuff like that. So so what I was trying to lay the foundation for was showing the false arrest, was to say that that's kind of taking an individual who, not that we feel, that we live in a perfect world, or that we, don't believe that challenging or negative things exist and things like that. However, it's a form of taking an individual and introducing a form of dishonesty or not being able to trust people that you could trust or should trust. Okay. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. That was the other side. Is I wanted to, as we go through this, which I pray to God that it goes quick. I don't want to do this all day. I don't have the time. Our electricity is off. We don't have the light. It's 3. The light is going to start to evaporate quickly. Okay? An hour. So I have my little lamp charging outside. It's just a lot of reasons. And also, complaining is not good. But so the other part I wanted to do is analyze this other energy that's doing these things, so that because what they're using is the law of attraction to do what they're doing. Okay. Now, like I already taught the preempt and saying maybe it's real, maybe it's not, maybe I already did all that. Okay. So we're gonna go forward from here. Okay. So yeah, this group, I say this group, this people, this energy. Okay. Now we already said we create everything. Okay, is using law of attraction. Okay. So I'm analyzing this group. So the false arrest, which I think was initiated by the same group. Okay, now, there's one other theory that I have. Okay, the theory is my grandma brought the FBI into my life. Okay, what I remember hearing is that some guy walks in front of my mom's house, and without looking up, knows the exact address, and my mom says, "Oh my God, that's like the FBI or someone." Okay, this is what we're hearing. So again, this is your reticular activating system if you hear this kind of story, sort of thing. Okay, so I'm just saying that this group, that, like I said, I always kind of detected something was going on growing up. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. This is my theory, so I'm just going to launch right into it. They were cutting my hair when I was little. Oh, this is some type of ethnic cleansing thing. My father's a Jamaican singer, Rastafarian. And so I'm considered a dark-skinned black female, okay? So they don't want the dark-skinned black female raised under a Rastafarian father or any influence to go up and have any children to raise their kids to be freedom fighter singers, okay? Like Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy type, freedom fighter, Black Panther type, Bob Marley type. They don't want that. This is my theory. So they go in and start manipulating the person. So they made me fat when I was little, so that I would die. I would die probably by the age of 30. But I ended up joining the army, and even though their presence was there, I could tell every time I went into the Porta-John, somebody entered in right after me. And this is not kidding. Now, I always said, man, that's irritating. So I purposely found the one Porta-John that was by itself, right? This is when we were deployed in Iraq. Every time I got in the Porta-John, a guy, usually he's just going to probably be a guy anyway, got in right after me and slammed the door. Now, this is this energy that was always in my life, but I never, let me just fix the framing. I never, it wasn't time for that to come into my life, okay? I just fixed the framing. So I would always say, maybe this is something strange. I say, nah, kick it right out of my mind. Now, coming in the civilian world, as I mentioned, back into the reserves, okay? I stopped listening to my positive thinking, my Marshall Silver, and these are the keys I want you to kind of pick up. If you're following this if you're experiencing the same thing, I don't know, hopefully not, or if you think you're experiencing unfairness, I want you to pick up on the keys. I stopped listening to my positive thinking. If you stop doing that, your mind automatically becomes positive, okay? Negative, okay? Okay. So, so they were always doing these things. And so they made the decision I was not supposed to have kids. So before I got into the Army, they started doing this severe cramp thing. As soon as I got into the Army, went away like that, okay? Went away. So it was them causing it. As soon as I got out of the Army, they said, you have cancer, you have to hurry up and have a I'm going to say uterectomy. It's right, you can't have kids. As soon as I got out of the Army, I said, now that's impossible because I just had a full physical coming out of the Army. The VA checked me and they said, you just qualify for 0%. Now I don't want to, I'm trying not to jump ahead and skip ahead, as in saying this same group, I'm not trying to be rude. Don't went ahead and went into my records, my VA records, and changed them and said in 2012 I went and got 100. Something that's not even real. A 50% for being crazy. Okay. Oh, this is what they're doing because I'm reporting it. Now I'm taking you guys all over the place. I want to just follow it chronologically. It's gonna like confuse you if I jump up ahead, but don't take any stock into this. Hazing, harassing, and molestation started of me, okay, using the sleep gas stuff. And when I reported it, they said, if you report this, we're gonna say you're crazy. That's what they said. So they went and backdated, like yesterday. Just look at your watch. Be like, oh, today, I'm putting this up here. Oh, so they hacked into my record. They don't have to hack. There's some federal group, this group, they have because I realize I've been watching them and analyzing them. Now, remember again, like I said, this is all coming from one's mind. Now, like I said, I told you this isn't a mental health thing. What I mean is when a person's positive, even if this stuff has happened, I use the example of Frederick Douglass. How could he, now you know that he was taught by a white lady how to read, okay? And he was biracial, but nevertheless, and we're all biracial, you, me, likely today, everybody is biracial, okay? But the blacks are all biracial by now, okay? My point simply is that Frederick Douglass, he tried to escape and failed and got sent deeper south. Now, if he could succeed in Harriet Tubman, and you don't even have to use them, several other billions of people you can use. It's the way you're looking at things. So we're not going to repeat that over and over. They don't went into my records, went back. I'm not trying to be rude. Like, oh, don't be rude, with this group. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm definitely not trying to be rude. They've gone into my records and turned around. This is how Black people say it. They turned around. They turned around and put it in like it happened in real life. Hacked into my records. Oh, she's crazy, 50%. That's not true. I ended up being told, oh, you have cancer. And I said, that's not possible that I have any cancer because the Army just checked me. They checked me out as 0% for plantar fasciitis only. I didn't have any issues with my feet, even though they've gone in. They've been doing things to my feet today and putting stuff in there now. I'm praying they'll erase it. But and this is another thing I need to say. Oh boy. And the drama continues. And this is why I need to say this. And I don't even know why God's having me make this, but let me make this very clear to myself. Not like, let me make this clear to you. No. Let me make this clear to myself. Did I mention today's date? Yes. Today is November. Hey, I got my watch here. I'm trying accuracy and watches ain't even accurate necessarily, depending and on for the time. But here I'm trying to tell you that right now my watch says 3:13 p.m. It's 5 minutes fast. Okay. Set it 5 minutes fast. Off of my iPhone. These are letting you know where I'm getting this information, as Hill says. All right, I'm timing this, and I want to just give you the date. We're going off my phone here. I know the date. I'm making sure this is accurate. Today is Tuesday, November 25th. Look, I almost want to say, look me in my eyeballs. Because what I'm trying to say is that, and I just talked with this wonderful person today. He is so wonderful. I'm so happy. He was so sweet. He was like, So wonderful. I'm not even trying to get it. But anyway, I called, so I have $5 in the Navy Federal and a savings certificate. And I said, I'm trying to do this fasting thing. So I withdrew $20, left the 5 in. And I just look at this wonderful person. They're so wonderful. And to buy some cereal. Yeah. I have some sugar-free. I'm a sugar-free eater. I got some sugar-free protein. And I was like, maybe I should get the 100% granola. So I tried to switch it back in. And I'm ordering from Instacart. So I just did that while I was waiting for this whole thing to download these footage. And I feel like excited. So I'm not supposed to be. So, and that's another thing in my fasting is part of this whole thing that I'm telling you about. Oh, but yeah, but he's so wonderful. Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing. His name is Logan. I write everybody's name down, and before that was Daniela. She transferred me. But anyway, just I don't know why I just started thinking about that person. Yay. So awesome. Okay, so I'm so happy. And that's not like you're letting a person lift your mood, okay? It's all up to you with your positivity. That's what it has to come from. So I don't even know why I even brought that person up. So Sarah will be right by 5. Because I got the discount ticket to come later because we're a discount family, okay? At least I am. No, I think we are. We all are. Totally, you know? And I've been lately buying MREs. This is over and this is what I was trying to say. I'm sorry that you have to sit through this. Hopefully you're not watching it, so you don't have to worry about it. So I've already decided I'm letting this stuff go. And what I mean by I'm not relieving anybody's doing helping these hazing harassers, which is actually helping me to achieve all my dreams through my law of attraction. I'm not trying to remove any, responsibility, culpability. It's all my life, my full responsibility. What I'm trying to say is there's something about the law of attraction that says this, and I just heard it today. I've been listening to this Canfold CD now over and 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 over. And I was listening at one point, and mom told me they were like, no, turn this off. And then, they say 95%, 97% of us do get dissuaded, and we stop practicing law of attraction. Anywho, I was listening this morning. Somehow something came to me and said, put it back on. So I put it back on, and I said, this is not up for discussion. I have to listen to these tapes. And they're going to be out loud. They're not that out loud. It's on my iPhone. I had to put it on the speaker, but then our charger box broke completely. And so, which is from these people doing that, truly, and like I say, we already went through the energy and law of attraction. But anyway, this is my point simply, is to say, it's my goal to write these complaints down, bury them, let them go. Because I just heard this. The more you keep talking about complain, all that. What did he say today? He said, the things you talk about, you get, okay? The thing you continually talk about come to be. So the thing is, I have to sit there and just start saying, thank you, God, for my $4.5 million home. Thank you, God. And just focus on that, because this group, I say these people, this is what I call them as, these people, this group, this energy, okay? And I'm not shy about talking about them or whether they exist or not and all that. They use a law of attraction. One thing about them, Lord have mercy, they repeat everything. Everything to them is a repeat. I'm not kidding. They control all the lights. So, and you can chuckle if you want to, because it does sound funny. I would hear, I'm sure, riding the bus all of my life before I ever got a car. You would hear homeless people or other people or what we were termed as broke folk. Okay, broke folks, broke people, saying, man, they watching me. They watching me too. They listening to every word I'm saying. They probably watching me right now. And my mom, or our family, or my mom is very respectful. Okay, all right, da. But when she get home, she say, ain't nobody watching no broke folks. Let me tell you right now, ain't nobody watching no broke folks. Keep your mind on your business. And she tells me, get to work. And if you get to work, your mind will not be what they call, and we're not talking about him, we're talking about me, in the devil's workshop, or you get to work, okay? And right now, you probably should be doing that and not listen to this. And maybe that's what I should be doing instead of making this. So we're going to try to make it quick. So we said 15 minutes in, we've got 15 minutes to go before we stop it and restart it again. I pray. Okay, so we just go in and finish. Yeah, I'm letting this go. Okay? So that means that after today, I'm not going to be using my words to bring into existence things that I don't want anymore. And you know something? Positive energy is always the master of the negative energy, says Hill, Napoleon Hill. When you're positive, you don't attract negativity, my friend. Okay? So this is what I'm doing. So today is come December. No, I'm telling you, no more. Okay? It doesn't mean it's not still in my life. It's because it cannot be in my life. The more I remember a beautiful mind. It reminds me of Beautiful Mind when you say I don't listen anymore. So the thing is this, there's a lot of devices this group uses. They use the law of attraction, and man, do they repeat. Nevertheless, I just have to be, because the world's going to test you with the law of attraction, okay? So anyway, I'm leaving it. So this is the last you're going to hear of me talking about these things, okay? But we're going to get it out. I'm just going to go in a row. It may be confusing. So, yeah, I feel sorry for you for having to sit through and go, because it's going to go back and forth. Because I just grab the idea as I say it. But for one thing, they control all the lights. So you can chuckle if you want to. You say, oh, why would they? You ain't got no money. I'm rich. I'm an 8.5 billionaire. Now, the thing is that they control the lights. So it makes me laugh just saying it. This is serious, though. This is serious stuff. They control the lights, and they have a remote control, and I could just go like this. And every time I drive to, so I leave my house and I drive to J Street, J Street. They take the light and say red light. The light turns red. So they're gonna sit there. And immediately another car will come across the street and sit there at the red too with me. It could be 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've been there every single hour, just about. They stop me. Red light. If I say, forget this, I'm turning, the light immediately turns green. I turn and I say, forget it. I'm just going to go over here and turn this way, and now I don't have to deal with the light. They turn the light green. Traffic just starts, and then I have to wait. So I still have to wait. It's a wait game. Waiting time is something they do a lot. So finally, I U-turn. I U-turn, and they turn that light red. And then they yellow, red. So I have to sit. They'll delay the light from turning back green. So you're sitting there like, oh, counting, waiting. They delay it. Ever so slightly. If you're not paying attention, you're not going to notice. So you say, well, forget this light. I'm going to turn right and then loop back around. They immediately turn it green. And they tell the traffic. They talk to all these people. They tell the traffic to speed real fast. Zoom right by. So I'm sitting there waiting for them to now go. I'm still waiting again. So finally, I get to go to the next light. It turns red, immediately red. Okay? It's red. Got to sit there and wait. So I can get into, this is an example. I get into the Dollar Tree. There's no line. I go quickly and try to grab a few items. I come back, there's 50 people in the line. Got to wait. I go to the lady after a while and say, ma'am, because I don't talk like this. So I'm just talking like, oh, like Gil said. But I'm not talking like this with other individuals. No. I said, excuse me, ma'am. There's a long line going way down into the store. Would it be okay if you open another checker? And this is all 100% of what they always say. This is any store I go to. Then I usually shop at the 99-cent stores. They say, the first part they say is, I'm the only one here. The second one they say is, everybody's on lunch. The third one they say is, the manager's not here. All three. Or, I am the manager. So, everybody's on lunch. Everybody's gone. Okay, or someone's in a meeting. Okay, this is the usual that you get. So you guys sit there in the line. Now, while you're sitting in the line, They have someone say something about death, something about police officers, something sexual innuendo, always is that. Or they repeat something that you said intimately in your house the day before, or they're wearing something you're wearing and they tap it. They touch it. Okay, always to make you, we're animals, so they make you feel you're being watched, to make you, so being inside of my house, they will have a car come up and boombox, boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom, bah, boom, boom, chick. So you say, I'm going to the other end of the house. So I go to the other end of the house and they turn the boombox up. Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom, bah, boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom, bah. And I say, now how do they turn it up just at that exact moment? And after a while, I realized must be cameras in my house, because when I go outside now, they're telling all the neighbors, even my family now, and my commanders. Okay, my commanders too. So I scratch my nose. That doesn't mean I'm joking. So, but I go outside. Sirens immediately play. I go back in. The sirens cut off immediately. It goes pook and turns off. I go outside. The neighbor outside there, let's say to my right, they go into their trash and start making sounds. Boom, boom, chick, clunk, clunk, clunk. Okay. So I go around the yard and go to the other side. The neighbors start yelling at their kid. Stop it! Ah! Okay. Now this group, it's an act. This group always surrounds me with negative energy. In other words, they'll have soldiers sit around and talk about death all day long. Death, how someone's being killed, how they accidentally killed an animal. Oh, I have a killing an animal story. And I have to say, no. Stop the morbid conversation. And they'll have, at the time it was our new commander, our new first sergeant, say to me, you're interrupting the process. Okay, now this is all hazing and harassing happening to me. For instance, they put up this EO violation poster. Okay, this is not the army doing this. This is this group telling this group, the people to psychologically haze and harass me. Because they're after me for some reason. Maybe because they think I'm going to spawn. That's what I think it is. I don't know. Strong black women, as if strong black women or the Black Panthers are the threat to white America. Perish the thought. The strong black woman was the one feeding the little white babies. The strong black woman makes the strong black man. And the strong black woman, I'm sure in the white woman too, the strong black woman and the strong black man is that which the white man leans on, and American has leaned. And I'm not trying to even get into that. All right. No. But anyway, that's my whole thing. And move on. Okay. Because, and the last thing I say, we know that the Black Panthers helped and the whole civil rights movement. It helped for, and the whole, the freedom of the blacks helped the white women. They asked for their rights, and the civil rights movement helped the poor white, also the middle class of America, to raise from where it was to raise on up to where it needed to be. Okay, so we move on. Okay, it helped everyone, not just the Chicanos. Also may have derived strength from the civil rights movement. Okay, and the Latinos, and also and women. Everyone derived strength from strength. Okay, like Hill's talking about Gandhi and things like that. Okay, so I'm moving on. I'm moving on to say that so they put up this poster of this violates the EO. A figure with short hair, colored blue, light blue, yelling and pointing at and being angry at a hunched down, scared figure in pink. And under it says it says like when you speak to an individual, and that this is what the idea of the message was supposed to be saying. When you speak to an individual, try to be considerate of their opinion. But it's an EO violation because, and it said, when the master speaks to you, this is what it said. When the leadership, when the master, when the person in control, this is what the poster said. This is what it said, basically, not in so many words. When the person in control speaks, make sure they're being, kind, something like that. Be kind when you're speaking to the subordinates. Now, this was, and the person with the crunched down was in pink with long hair, with the shape of a female. And I said, this poster violates the EO policy. And the new, the commander of First Sergeant, he came and left. This is what happened when there's hazing harassment in a unit. They don't want to be bothered with the extra fibbing, lying, hazing, harassing, EO, sexual harassment they have to do to this person. So they came and left. I said this is an EO violation in so many different ways. This isn't true. This is in the United States Army. All of us are green. We're not pink. We're not blue. And one is not the master. And then you have to remove these posters. I didn't say you have to remove them, but I said this is EO violation. And I think I felt like I said I'm gonna report it. I said they removed them. Where then they put them up, and as soon as I saw them, I said this is EO violation, and then they removed it. But the thing that I'm pointing out is that and this is not the Army with this post. This is this group making this poster. I'm almost sure of this. Okay. Now, I'm making this video so now let's talk about the lines in the store. Repeating themes. The themes that they have repeat at the red light, it's not just a red light. No. They have either kids run by, they have this kid theme thing. And all the kids are working for them too. Babies, infants too. They cry on impact, on orders, immediate order. Animals, pets, cats, dogs, they butterflies, even the ants, even the flies. They're all trained, okay? All the animals, everything's trained, okay? So you can laugh. So anyway, I know the next thing you say is the trees. Are they also? Okay. They killed my tree. I said the evidence that they come into my house every single night because the roots of our tree go through our toilet. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop this. But the roots of our tree go through our toilet piping, and we have like a one piping system. So if one thing is clogged, they all get clogged. And so I said, the evidence that they come through my house is in that tree because it drinks the sleep gas that they're giving me they come here every night now and haze, harass, molest me every night. They also sprinkle dust all over my house. They dirty my clothes, they dirty my body. They spray my body and my face with this stingy dirt stuff. So if I take a shower, I go to sleep, they spray and they shave under my arms, and then they walk around having people say to me, Under Armour. Not that it's the brand. This is what they do. And they shave under my arm without my permission. I'm not an underarm shaver, and neither are a lot of women when it's winter time anyway, and they're not a supermodel. Or every woman is a supermodel. Every guy is everyone is beautiful, okay? What I mean is they're not going to be in a swimsuit or working in that industry, but they're not being in a swimsuit, okay? So did they shave under my arm? My underarms hair has never grown back to its full capacity because of them. They also shave my adult area. The pubic hair area. I know I'm just trying to say that. I know it's not a word that you want to say. I'm trying to be scientific because when I sent this information over Group Me chat because they kept asking me to do this Group Me. They were writing me counsel statement for not having a phone. On that Group Me chat, they were hazing, harassing me, okay, is what they were doing. There were sexual harassment innuendos. And when I asked my sergeant, may you talk to them, he said, I secretly pulled someone aside. That's not how you make an on-spot correction in the Army. You make the on-spot correction so all the soldiers know, okay? They would put up all these death memes. That's harassment. Matter of fact, this group, now it's not these soldiers doing this. I keep trying to say that. I want to just make it clear. When I say that it's this group that's asking them to do it, they intimidate all these people. They will follow these people home. They will, I saw them follow my drill sergeant at Fort Meade, have this motorcyclist with bright lights follow my drill sergeant right into the thing. And as soon as my drill sergeant gets out of his car, he's looking around, and this guy gets off the motorcycle, parks. As soon as he parks. Of course, he hops off his motorcycle. My drill sergeant, who's being hazed and harassed, because I reported this happening at Fort Meade. So, but he wasn't hazing and harassing me until he got hazed and harassed. Then he wouldn't talk to me. He yelled at me. He never listened to me anymore. He was like, "You are just such a bad sergeant." Then he followed him. After followed him with bright lights on, bright, so you can't even see. You can barely see. They follow me. That's how they do me too. It's not following. They did it to the police officers. The police officer, and a lot of stuff you see is an act too. You have to remember that, because I'm all over the place. There was this guy, black kid too, black guy. He's sitting there, a soldier. Okay, I said he's a soldier. They're harassing me. This is what he's saying. They're yelling at me. And as soon as he said that, this is all an act though. I didn't know, right? As soon as he said that, a drill sergeant popped out and they're all playing me. Mom always says this: if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you can't be played, okay? Don't get involved with anybody that's trying to give you some money, and then leave that alone. Those are all games. This is what Mom always said, okay? Now, if I was doing what I was supposed to do and being close to God and talking with God and saying, "God, please show me, take care of this soldier and let me do what I'm supposed to do. Let me look after him and ask, is there anything I can do?" And then basically leave him to God, okay? No, I take my Think and Grow Rich book that I need to be reading, that I just bought to make my mind positive, which I need to do because I have become negative by this time. I give it to him and say, "You need to be positive," and I'm trying to help him. They come out yelling at him, and he's all but crying. Oh, they kicked me out of that school. Okay, a lot of hazing and harassing being done to me. They kicked me out of the school. One of the things they did, follow me to the bathroom and then say, "Stop, you're not going to the bathroom. Come, I'm going to write you a count statement for lying. When you lie, you are disobeying a federal officer." Now, this is this federal group telling them to say all this. This is not how soldiers act. Follow me to the bathroom. Oh, I didn't follow you. I asked you to go to the latrine. I didn't follow you. No. I just left the classroom and happened to be walking, and then I saw you, and then I said, "Stop. You're not going to I was going to the latrine, the teacher's latrine." I passed the first latrine because they have the other soldiers come in there hazing and harassing me. I'm using the bathroom, and they had a soldier say something inappropriate, funny sounding, sexual, like, and I'm sitting there sighing and making sounds. This is what they had this soldier do. This female soldier come in the bathroom. Oh, I'm doing all this. And I said, "You know what? I'm not going to go to the soldier bathroom anymore. I'm done. This is not soldiers doing this. This is this group hazing harassing me." So I say, I'm going to go to the teacher's bathroom with the administrators. That's right by the library. The teacher stops me. I didn't go to that bathroom, but guess what he has us watching? We're not even in our own classroom. Instead of taking the soldiers who are retesting because they were absent, put them in a guest room and let us go on, or just have them take it in the room anyway, or invite them early in the morning, which is what they did to me. No, we're going to take this because they want to haze and harass me. We're going to take the whole day and let them keep the room for the whole day. And let's go watch a sexual movie about some Irish kids. It's an Irish film, all Irish. It's about some coming of age, a lot of sexual inappropriate comments. Okay, you know how teen movies. So they're all cursing, saying all kind of sexual stuff to each other. So it's inappropriate. And I like to go to the bathroom. They would not let me go. "No, go sit down. No, you have to sit here and watch this. This is not the army." Okay. They also show Private Ryan, and there's some talking, sexual talk at the beginning of the movie. They put this movie on and played just that part. And then I think they stopped the movie right after that comment. Now, I have not seen that movie yet, and I didn't know that was in that movie. I continually am saying that's in now. Of course, Private Ryan is probably a fantastic movie. I would say that particular comment was inappropriate for them to play at that moment. being there with new recruits in the United States Army, and you know, and that sort of thing. Now, Private Ryan, the movie, is probably just something that you showed. They also showed, now not this group, but this class before that, Suicide Squad. And I was just thinking about that. Suicide Squad, they showed it in while on duty hours. Now, a movie like that, they're not going to professionally show a movie, Suicide Squad, because it has cursing in it. Cursing is not allowed in our uniform, so it's not considered professional to show. Now, it's still a top blockbuster movie with some of the most amazing actors ever, okay? And so, and yet I have always been the one to say, hey, you know, this isn't appropriate. Hey, watch your language. Hey, this sort of thing. But this is not the Army saying, to induct the soldiers, we're going to show them Suicide Squad, the sexual words from Private Ryan, and then a sexual Irish film. No. Okay. The United States Army says do not curse because it creates a hostile work environment. And they say no innuendos. That creates an EO violation, EO complaint. Okay. So I'm following the rules. I get written up because they say you should watch this movie, but the movie was a EO violation. Okay. They tell this, now this is happening for me. This is not the sergeants doing this. They tell this teacher, you need to write her up because she won't watch this sexual movie. She didn't want to watch it. She kept asking to go to the bathroom. She asked to go to the library. He said she didn't do anything wrong. They said, if you don't write her up, we're going to make sure that you get fired. They didn't say exactly those words, but that's basically, he said, it took this like 15 minutes. They had him in here drilling him. He was sitting, they were standing over him. This is my teachers doing this. My two teachers, who, I don't even remember. I wish I remember. I remember going down. I've been looking, but I couldn't remember the other person's name. I just don't even know their names. It's and of course I would remember. It's just because it was attached to what it was attached to, and it just wasn't around them that long because, you know, you normally spend a year, but just all the things that were happening. He was basically told, we're going to fire you. Now, this wasn't, the teachers don't have the authority to fire this. So this was the federal group that were hazing and harassing me, talking through them, talking to him, saying, we are the powerful ones and we do have the power to get you. And they do. They do. They control the police. That's why the police swirl around here all the time. That you heard them on the video, likely. They edit these videos too. I make these videos. Oh no, it's gone over the time. I gotta stop it now. Stop it back.